Hey guys, Bully here with my Sandbag guide for SSF2 beta. Sandbag is by far the weirdest character in any Smash Bros game and plays so unique compared to the rest of the cast. He's a fairly hard character to pick up, but he's incredibly fun to play once you get the hang of him. The main reasons he's so unique and hard to pick up is because of his two major flaws. First off, he can't grab ledges, and because, well, Sandbag doesn't have any arms, which makes recovering a lot more difficult. On top of that, when Sandbag is on stage, his movement is incredibly weird, having one of the most original dashes in the game, which makes it so hard to do the simple task of just moving around, which is incredibly important in a platform fighting game. However, once you master both his recovery techniques and his movement techniques, Sandbag can actually be a decent character. I'll be going over his neutral game, combo game, kill confirms, and advanced tech. But before all of that, we gotta go over the most important thing out of the way, and how do you play as Sandbag? He's the only unlockable character in the game, which means new players won't have immediate access to him. After that, you have to beat him in a one-stock match on Waiting Room, and then you unlock Sandbag. With that out of the way, let's go over his neutral game. Sandbag's neutral is one of his biggest weaknesses, and high-level Sandbag players are really going to have to truly master Sandbag's unique ground game to be successful. First off is his dash. If you try and dash dance normally, you won't find much success. However, his dash cancel can be decent if you time correctly, and is probably one of the most important movement options for Sandbag. If you try and dash cancel too early, however, you won't be successful. Now, usually neutral, due to Sandbag's not amazing ground game, he tends to get overrun by faster characters. This often leads to him being stuck in shield. However, luckily, Sandbag has some amazing out of shield options. His roll isn't great due to poor range, but his up smash and up tilt are fairly good out of shield options. Both of these options can be used as decent anti-aerials and can relieve him off of pressure. Now, if you want to approach your opponent, you have some decent options. Sandbag's aerials are great and can be utilized with his fairly low short hop to throw out lots of hitboxes and approach your opponent. You can also try and make use of Sandbag's down special when approaching your opponent with aerials. It comes out quick and has a lot of mix-up for approaching. I think Sandbag's down B is an amazing approach option if used correctly, and oftentimes isn't utilized by Sandbag players. You can also use down tilt on the ground due to his low end lag, but it's not the best option in most situations because of its small hitbox. Since his aerials are his best approach option in most situations, good opponents will usually start shielding your approaches. And this is where Sandbag's side B can be used best for a mix-up. If your opponent is always shielding your approaches, you can mix it up with your command grab and start a combo off of it. Speaking of combos, Sandbag's combo game is one of his best strengths. His up tilt, neutral air, back air, and up air are great ways to start combos. Up tilt being a great starter at early percents, comboing into itself and leading into an up air chain. Up air is an amazing aerial combo tool, since you can pretty much combo it into any other aerial. But by far, Sandbag's best combo tool is his godlike down throw. Down throw at low percents can almost guarantee you 40% from a down throw down air, and at mid percents you can down throw jump down air. But down air is not the only option, you can practically combo into almost all of his aerials, including up air to start a combo. Making good use of down throw is pretty pivotal for being successful with Sandbag. Alright, so now that your opponent's at high percent, how do you kill them? Well, Sandbag definitely is not lacking in kill power, and he has incredibly strong early percent kill moves. Most notably is his up special, which can kill most characters around 50% and won't kill Sandbag until around 100%. This makes for a great kill option if you're willing to risk the extra percent. It can also be done out of shield if you're trying to catch your opponent off by surprise. If you're not willing to risk the up B and you're already high percent, Sandbag actually has some amazing kill throws. His forward throw is probably one of the strongest kill throws in the entire game, and his back throw is not that bad either as a good alternative. And of course, Sandbag's best edgeguarding tool is his down air, one of the strongest spikes in the game, which can kill characters at almost 0% from a simple back throw to down air. Down air is a great way to net yourself some kills off stage, and I highly recommend Sandbag players make the best use out of it. F-Smash is a decent edgeguarding tool from onstage, and his forward air is as well, as it's fairly strong. If your opponent is already high percent on stage, and you're just looking for a kill, you can also go for a dash attack, which has pretty good KO power, but has a lot of end lag if you miss, so you have to go for the risk. Now on to advanced tech, which is where things get a little interesting. First, I have to talk about Sandbag's down special, which has some interesting things you can do with it. First off, there's 3 different ways you can use it. You can use his down special to stall in the air by doing down special while holding down. This could be useful in certain situations, and I'm sure people will find good use out of it. The second way you can do it is by angling your down special by holding left or right, and you get a sort of momentum boost, and you can act out of it immediately with an aerial. I already covered this earlier, but I still think it's very good. Now for the most important use, which is down special up. You have to press down special and then immediately press up to get a boost upwards, almost like a third jump of sorts. This is super important for recovering with Sandbag, since you can save yourself from killing yourself with an up B. I highly recommend Sandbag players learn how to do this. I also want to mention a cool trick with Sandbag's dash attack. If you use it at a ledge, you can ledge cancel it and get a huge burst of momentum, and it's going to be really cool to see what Sandbag players do with it. That's all I wanted to talk about with Sandbag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. But before I finish the video, I just wanted to mention quickly that I have a quick poll in the description with some questions if you want to answer it. It would help a lot, but you don't have to. Anyways, thanks for watching.